Hey bitches, welcome back to my channel. It is currently 3:30 in the morning and I'm sitting here once again with my favorite insomnia buddy. How are you doing?
I'm good and elevated.
We are trying out a new strain tonight. It is called Blue Dreams, and I have to say it is a winner, like 10 out of 10 right now. But of course we have to sit down and talk about some things that have been going on social media for the past 24 hours. And the first one, it's actually funny that this came up because the other day we talked about Farrah Abraham in one of my videos. Well, Janelle Eason is in a little bit of drama herself because there's a TikTok user, she goes by Kyle Marissa, and she reads out blind items about celebrities. And at the end, she'll tell you who the blind item is about.
I'm kind of surprised to see the blind item come back because there used to be a website, and I can't remember the name of it right now, where I would go and read blind items, but I don't think it was called that.
It's become a really popular trend over on TikTok to read the blind items of celebrities, and some of the things that the people read off are so outlandish. Like, this cannot be legit. But Kyle Marissa uploaded one about Janelle Eason, and Janelle saw it, and Janelle did not appreciate the fact that there was a blind item being read off about her. She said it's complete bullshit.
Y'all, I can't make this shit up. She's live right now saying that I made death threats to her, and she's crying saying I contacted her family. I never contacted her family, and she's had me blocked since I woke up this morning and saw the video. I've had fans send it to me, so I haven't even talked to her ever. Let's see proof of the death threats, please, girl. You're being a little dramatic here. Chill out. You really think I'm gonna jeopardize my freedom over sending your family death threats? No, ma'am. I am not gonna jeopardize myself, getting myself taken away and locked up, not going back there. So, where are the screenshots of these death threats? I'm waiting.
And now there's this back and forth going on over on TikTok between Kyle and Janelle. You have Kyle over on her live stream, like faking like she's crying. Like, it was the most horrible acting that I've ever seen, claiming that Janelle and like her fan base are sending her death threats and things of that nature.
I read a blind item about Janelle Evans that's up on Crazy Days and Nights, literally. Like, she even knows that. She admitted that. And I took down the video just because, like, that's what she wanted. And she's gone on to mass report all of my social media accounts. She got my Instagram taken down. She's stalking, harassing and threatening me and my family, but my family members. She literally DM'd my older sister at like 4:30 in the morning. And I got an email today from a celebrity, because I think I didn't know what was going on. And they told me that I guess they knew what was going on and I didn't. And I read this blind item on my main account. It's up there. It's because they were like, just if someone's like threatening your life, if you fear for your safety, just take it public. Like, keep it in front of your followers. Like, you know what I mean? And so, but I just if she does, like, I saw my friend on here sent me the video where she like told a veteran to go like on a lot or like whatever, and like, if she just does this, okay, but like, I'm not used to this. I don't know, like, you know what I mean? Like, this, sorry, this is unhinged to me. Yeah, they are scary. Like, this is unhinged. That's why. And like, so that's why. And I'm just on live. I hate this. Like, I hate being live, but I'm honestly scared for my safety, and I just don't want. And so I just wanted to talk about it, you know, cause like, Sloan friended me today. I wonder if that's why.
Well, Janelle, of course, is denying the fact that anything like that has been sent to her. She's like, you were reaching, you were going crazy. Like, this is honestly the first celebrity, I'm doing that for Janelle, that has actually responded to Kyle, at least that I have seen. If anybody out there has seen any other celebrity respond to Kyle, please let me know down below, because this is the first one for me.
Now, I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I have been on the internet, specifically YouTube, for several years now, and you always hear about people getting death threats, this threat, that threat, and the other threat. And I myself, I've probably maybe had one or two like actual death threats where someone said that they wanted to like unalive me. But I always question it when people say that they're getting death threats when they're using it in an argument against someone.
Well, I don't know. You know, recently you had Hailey Bieber say that she was receiving them, and Selena Gomez had to step in and release a statement for her. But honestly, I do hope that Kyle is not being serious about that, because if somebody is sending a death threat, especially on behalf behalf of an internet celebrity or just a celebrity or someone on the internet in general, that's ridiculous. Like, come the fuck on.
It's always so strange to me when people on the internet rush to defend like famous people. Like, they're not gonna notice you. They don't know who you are. It very much gives me like noticed and followed in the bio. Like, you remember when people used to do that with Gabby Hanna? That was like so cringe to me.
Oh no, all the usernames over on Twitter that had like some form of Gabby Hanna in it, or like the username would be like Gabby Hanna noticed me and the profile picture is always her. That is so creepy to me, like how stan culture is and how people are like so dedicated to someone, like a parasocial relationship that they're having. Like, it's so crazy. It's honestly giving, in my opinion, people that do that and people that dedicate their lives to their favorite celebrity, it's giving like, go outside and touch some grass. Like, maybe you should go sniff the grass and get like really close to it. It's really creepy.
Funny. Yes, but not funny. Haha. Funny weird.
I feel like you have to be kind of weird to have the internet and be on the internet. I mean, look, we have people farting in jars and like financing their whole entire life.
It's really honestly crazy what people will buy.
It is. It really is.
Well, Janelle, who is someone that is very familiar with controversy and controversy on the internet, she made it very clear to her followers over on TikTok that she is not going to be losing her freedom over this drama with Kyle. She is not the one that is sending these alleged death threats to her. She is not the one that's sending anything like that, because she's not going to jeopardize her freedom.
First of all, hey girl, hey, why did you block me? You didn't want me tagging you in this video, did ya? What we're not gonna do is make up fake stories about my family like I've been dealing with for years and just act like it's real. You do this to a lot of people I see. You did it to Tyler, you do all sorts of celebrities, and yeah, you're right, I have been to court. And that actually makes me think, is this slander? Because you didn't say allegedly. Yeah, you have it on your bio, but you didn't say it in your video. How are you gonna be reading blind items from a website that has been spitting fucking lies for years? You think we don't know about the website? We do. It's stupid as fuck. But now that you're bringing it onto TikTok, you're starting a whole nother storm with me. You're literally talking about minors. How's that gonna sit with TikTok? Don't believe anything that comes out of this bitch's mouth.
I have to say, in all of this, just like watching the back and forth between Janelle and Kyle, I'm team Janelle. I honestly think that Kyle is a little shook though, because Janelle is not just like stopping with like, hey, I saw your video about me. Is that slander? Like, I'm pretty sure what you're saying isn't true. She's making TikToks and she's like, hey guys, you want more? Which is what that Kyle girl does. And she's sitting there reading off blind items about her. And she's going in on her. She's getting her together.
She's trolling the shit out of her. Honestly, not the alleged like death threats are funny, but like Janelle popping off and going back at her the same way that she goes at other people. I find it funny. It's honestly things like this that make me miss Trisha Paytas trolling. Now, I don't agree with everything Trisha Paytas has done, but there have been some trolls that she has done that have been funny. Like when she would react to the TikToks people would make about her and just sit there and like look at the camera. Like, that is hilarious to me. Like, I miss that humor.
My favorite troll from Trisha, I don't remember what exactly she was having to apologize for on the internet, but when she walked in, she had her purse in her hand and she sat down. She's like, let's cancel me again. And she set it down. That was a good one. Moving on from that, the next thing that I want to talk about, I want to say a huge shout out to everyone that works in customer service. Like, I have so much respect for people that have customer service jobs, because honestly, some of the videos that I come across over on TikTok, like, I just know I'd probably be fired after the first 15 minutes, to be completely honest. I came across this video clip of a lady working the front desk at a hotel, and this man was just being such a asshole to her.
Have any other rooms available?
Who hasn't checked in yet?
These rooms are reserved. I can't take them from somebody that's already reserved a room.
This woman had an infuriating guest check in.
With 2 kids, 2 adults.
Yeah.
The reservation on our phone is clear, what we reserved.
Yeah.
What do you expect us to do?
Well, with that one, we could get you checked in. It came in as a king suite reservation, so it has a king bed and a sofa pull-out couch.
What do you expect us to do? We have 2 kids and us. We can't all sleep in a king bed. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I understand. It's the way that Booking.com sends us the reservation, so all that we have is that, and we're sold out for tonight.
Yeah, I get that. So what do you expect us to do? That's my question.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yes, so we could either check you into the room or we could cancel the reservation. That's the only 2 options.
Sleep in our car? No,
I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, where else are we going to go? Are there any other Holiday Inn Express hotels you can check us into?
I don't have the power to do that, but there are Holiday Inn Expresses in Bloomington.
So you're not going to help us. You're going to say, take the room as it is, or you're on your own.
What I can do to help you guys is get you guys checked into the room that has the king bed and the sofa pull-out couch. But apart from that, we don't have any other rooms to check you guys into. If it's regarding what you guys reserved, you would have to call booking.com so that they could assist you with something that happened on their end. But this is just the information that we've received from booking.com.
Who hasn't checked in? What else is available with more beds?
We don't have any other rooms available.
Who hasn't checked in yet?
These rooms are reserved. I can't take them from somebody that's already reserved a room.
You gave somebody our room, right? The way it was supposed to be reserved?
No, because we held the room that we had the information for, which is the king suite. That's what booking.com sent over to us. So we kept that room for you guys.
How did you think 4 people would fit in that room? I mean, when you see it come in, don't you go, this doesn't make sense?
No, because booking.com sends us the information, so that's the reservation, and we hold it as it is.
So you think 4 of us can sleep in that room? That's your suggestion?
I'm not too sure how you guys were going to, do the setup in there. We just have the reservation as it was sent in to us.
And you have no other alternatives to solve it?
We're completely sold out for tonight.
I'm just stepping in, but you have a king bed and a pull-out bed, right?
Yeah.
You have 2 beds.
And 4 kids. 2 kids and us. And it's none of your business either. What are you doing jumping into this?
Well, look, I don't think that
it's none of your business.
it's,
2 beds.
you
Okay,
know,
yeah, shut it.
that's not really respectful. I think we can just go ahead and cancel your reservation.
Then what are we going to do?
I'm not too sure, but there are a lot of hotels in the area.
Why don't you just sit tight for a second?
I will. I'll be here till 11.
I basically worked in customer service until YouTube became my full-time job, so I can relate to this person's frustration. When you work with the public, you see every kind of person, and the majority of people are nice because they understand that you're working a difficult job. But this guy was just an asshole for no reason.
Well, it's the fact for me that he was describing that it's him, his wife, and their 2 kids that are traveling together, so how are they all going to sleep in a king bed? But when she described the type of room that he booked online and how it was sent over from booking.com, she literally said to him, there's a king bed and there's a pull-out couch. So the kids can't sleep on the pull-out sofa for one night and then it can get sorted in the morning. He was just being an asshole to be an asshole because you know what? He probably drove all day and he was probably thinking to himself, I need someone that I need to take my frustration out on, and she's the one that got it. I'm glad at the end of that clip she said she's just going to refund him and she's basically not going to deal with him and he can figure it out himself. Rightfully so. Get the out of the hotel. Holding up the damn line. He was holding up that line because that man had to from the side and inject himself.
I think all things in life teach us lessons, and I think the lesson that this guy should have learned, if he didn't want to cart those kids around, he should have learned how to pull out that bed.
Oh my god. I
think that there should be a policy within every retail customer facing job where one day a year these people can pop back at these mother and get an attitude and are nasty to them. And I don't know why I'm pointing like that. That's weird.
I just want to know for everyone out there right now, what would your reaction be if you were in this type of situation? How many of us would be getting fired on the exact same day? Because I would not be able to hold my tongue. And that girl in that video, she kept it together so well.
All I know is that at 35 years old, being the person that I am now, I don't know how I put up with the bullshit I did in all of my previous jobs. My hat comes off to anyone that works a customer facing job because you deal with the most bullshit out of probably anyone. And you know what's really the worst besides waitressing and stuff? Because those people really get treated like shit. And if I'm with someone and they treat the waiter or the waitress like shit, I'm cussing them the out. But you know what is the absolute worst type of customer facing job? Call center jobs. Yeah. I had a call center job for years and it was the most miserable experience I've ever had in my entire life.
Oh, people get really bold on the phone.
Yeah, people will say things on the phone that they would never say to your face in person, ever. When I worked at a call center, it was in Charlotte, right? And when you called into the place that I worked at, people knew where that place was. And there was a person that got an attitude with the person on the phone in the call center with us, and she met her outside after work, girl, and they were scrapping in the parking lot. Talk about going real life for a minute.
Seriously. Her service was disconnected.
Yeah. You know, we used to send people cease and desist letters and turn their shit off for calling in too much. Yes.
If I had to guess what I would think the number one complaint would be from people like back in the day with like the cable company, I would say that it's people that like rented a movie and they would get like all the way to the credits, like right before the credits start, and then they would call and they'd be like, hey, this movie didn't work for us, or it's not playing. And it's like, ma'am, we can literally see that you played this up until the last minute of the movie.
I had a lady call in one time because there were like porn charges on her bill. And she was like, well, there's no way nobody in my house ordered this. She was like, what time did this charge occur on my account? And I told her, and she was like, there's no way that's possible. The only person that was in my house was my son because we were all at church. And you know what her son ordered?
Like, come on.
Gay porn.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
That should have told your son.
So I literally had to out her son to her.
Well.
And you know what's funny? They have a policy. If the customer asks, you have to read off word for word what is in the bill. And the things that I would have to read out loud on the phone call and try to not laugh, it was a very hard time.
Yeah, so that guy, and like how embarrassing for his family having to stand there while he acted that fucking way. How embarrassing for his family to have to stand there. I don't care what time of day it was. You just know when they got into whatever hotel room, if they had to get back in the car and sleep in there, his wife was in his ear like, you asshole, and rightfully so. Fuck
there
him.
is nothing worse than being with a group of people like your family or even friends, and someone acts holier than thou or they act like an asshole. I'm automatically acting like I don't know you. I'm gonna be standing like way over there away from you.
I'm the person that will apologize on their behalf and then I will yell at them. I have no problem yelling at a bitch that acts like that in public. I don't. And moving on from that, Mikayla really has some explaining to do right now, because the other day in our video we were talking about how Mikayla had this like random fundraiser that she was doing over on her Linktree. It was on GoFundMe. She was giving away 2 Chanel bags, and this was in collaboration with Chris Appleton.
Chris Appleton!
And for some reason, on none of Mikayla's social media, or even on Chris Appleton's social media for that matter, they were talking about this. So nobody understood why this was put up on her Linktree. Why was nobody being pushed over to this? Because obviously the goal was that they wanted $25,000 so they could make a donation to a children's hospital. Well, after being up for a week, 2 people did donate a total of $20, and the entry fee was just $5, and you were in the running for the 2 Chanel bags. But according to GoFundMe's terms of service, what Mikayla was doing, like allowing people to enter for these 2 Chanel bags, was completely against their terms of service.
See how that looks like we probably wasn't supposed to do that? But we did.
And now this GoFundMe has been removed, but it is still over on Mikayla's Linktree, so it has not been removed from there yet. So I'm wondering, because 2 people did donate the total of $20, technically they entered this fundraiser that was supposed to go until April 15th. So are the 2 Chanel bags still going to be sent out? Are we ever going to hear anything from Mikayla about this? Or is she just going to be extremely shady? Because I'm going to lean on the fact that she's going to be extremely shady.
Try being an influencer for a day.
In my opinion, it was taken down by GoFundMe because that's what makes sense. Why would it still be in her Linktree if she wasn't still trying to promote it? She wasn't really promoting it anyway.
Well, I know from what I saw over on Reddit, there were a lot of people that were saying they need to go and report that because it's against the terms of service. But before this GoFundMe was taken down, and as Mikayla was starting to get called out for this, she did not post to her social media for 4 days. So a lot of people were thinking like maybe she was trying to figure out exactly how she was going to address this or how she was going to move on from it. I think it's going to be a situation where she just again completely ignores it, and hopefully she doesn't try to throw like some shade about some Chanel bags. You know what I honestly think that she's gonna do? I think she's gonna totally ignore the situation, and I think she's gonna come back and she's gonna do one of those massive giveaways, and one of the Chanel bags is going to be in that. Because you know she always has to put like something designer in there for the followers. And then everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, Mikayla, you see she's so nice, she's doing this for us just to help us out. That kind of fucking thing. You guys are probably hearing Birkin snore right now. I don't know. He's out. He is out like a light.
We shouldn't forget Chris Appleton in this either, because he's half of this. So if we're gonna hold Mikayla's feet to the fire, he needs to have his feet held to the fire as well, don't you think?
Oh, I completely agree. Well, Mikayla was in New York City. She took her mom, and I think that Cody's mom was there as well, to like the Selena Gomez launch party. She's coming out with like a new lip oil. And that for some reason made me think of this Hailey Bieber stuff that people are talking about over on TikTok, because she's in a lawsuit because she reached out to some people who had a brand called Rhode before she even launched her skincare, asking if she could basically like take the name and use it for her own. So they said no, and she pulled a Jaclyn Hill and did it anyway.
I am revealing my brand new brand, Cozy.
There's a huge lawsuit going on.
So I am absolutely shook right now. So we all know about the drama between Miss Hailey Bieber and Selena Gomez, as well as the fact that Hailey Bieber and her skincare brand Rhode were sued for trademark infringement. Here's another little snippet from the article from the designers of the clothing company Rhode, who originally sued Haley. Now, this is where Target comes in as of today. So if you take a look at Target, they just announced the 3 designers that will be doing their upcoming spring, maybe spring, summer collections. I can't remember, but the collections are dropping in April. And one of those brands is Rhode. And these are the same people that sued Hailey Bieber. So I know that if anybody from Target sees this, no, I'm not saying that you picked a side, but honestly, I stand, I'm with you, and I'm sure many other people are too. So when the collection drops April 15th, go ahead and support these 2 lovely designers.
People think that Target is Team Selena. You know how Target will collaborate with brands, they'll just pull like small brands in and they'll have like their own space in the store. One of the brands that they are collaborating with and they're actually bringing in, and it's the one that's front and center on their app, is Rhode. And it's not the Hailey Bieber one. So people are like, they are Team Selena. We're gonna continue to shop there. And with all that said, everyone, that is it for this video. We hope that you did enjoy it. If you have made it this far, please leave us a tornado emoji down below, because yet again, on a Friday, we are under a tornado warning or a tornado watch. The Texas weather is definitely crazy, and I'm honestly starting to feel like Helen Hunt and Twister. And we will see you guys all in our next video. Bye.